Alright, cool.
I said, shit. What you saying, man? What you saying, bro?
Bro, I'm good. Another episode.
Come on, man.
Don't Tell My Wife podcast. Back
I
again.
can't lie. How have you been finding it? Recording. How's it for you?
Nah, bro. I can't lie. I've been enjoying it. You know. Shout out to the listeners, the people that have been listening.
No, honestly,
good feedback. Still, obviously, it's hard to navigating the whole socials and the social media game. It's effed up right now, man.
And I think, because I'm not normally a public person, I feel like airing out my life to you guys, it's bare weird, man. I can't lie, it's weird, bro.
Yeah, man. As you were saying as well, podcast closed, bro. Trying to get something to wear.
Some more. I can't lie, you brands, innit? Listen, anybody that's feeling generous, bro, will push your clothes, bro.
Hey, bro.
Imagine, look at me begging for clothes online. No, I can't lie, bro. Sponsors, man. Sponsor us. We're here, man.
We're consistent.
Any up-and-coming clothing brands, bro, we're here, man. Shout us, man.
Hey, man.
Pass us some drip, man. We'll wear it, you know.
Hey,
I won't even charge you guys that much. The cheeky fee, bro. Cheeky fee to promote. In fact, they're giving us the gift. Why are we charging? We'll wear it for free, man. Now.
Chill, man. Only until episode 10.
Can't lie. What's a hustle, man? Shout me, man.
What's a hustle, man? Shout Israel.
Shout me, man.
What's it called? Even shout out one clothing brand still. Buy Sunme. Buy Sunme. You know the Jesus.
They're cold, man.
They're cold still. Bro.
I can't lie. They need to start dropping enough clothes though, because why is it always selling out?
No, but bro, if you want it, then you go.
Every time I've tried to go and get a tee, their graphic tees are my favorite. Like they're so cool. But every time I try and get one,
join the Discord, bro. You get 10% off on early access. It's like a social media thing. It's like a messaging app, and then they just have like a community. They have community, and they give a 10% code off, and then let you shop an hour early. Yeah. But they shout at him, man, because like when they first launched, bro, randomly he just messaged me on Insta like, "Oh, bro, I've been seeing your Insta. I want to send you a tee."
Jeez, influenza.
I've been on this influencing shit. I've been on this influencing shit.
Bro, I know I shout at you, man. Shit.
Bro, this nigga don't post, that's right. But like, bro, I just sent me a tee. Bro, since then, man, I'll support him till forever. Because you know...
Do you know, like, have you met him before?
Nah, bro, never. Like, bro, I didn't even know. Like, bro, that's... I think he just said something like, I felt God telling me that. Like, give you.
Is it?
I was like, hey, shout
out God.
And shout out you for being obedient to the word.
Obedient to the spirit. Bro, God bless you, man.
No, honestly.
So, bro, if you're hearing this,
hey, bro,
I'm air, man.
I'm screaming.
I need a team, man.
I'm screaming, bro.
What other clothing brands are out there that you rate? Like, the up-and-coming ones?
No, for other people, they've got to pay us, bro. They've got to give us something.
It's true.
Bro, Born to Hustle. Born to Hustle.
Come on,
bro, I've already bought. I've been buying off them, man.
Yeah, come on.
Before, by Sunme, they sent me this, bro. Like, bro, and I know for a fact, one day I'm gonna buy something expensive from him just to repay.
What about Phil's team though?
Oh yeah, Arif. Yeah,
Arif. Come on.
I bought from them a couple of times.
You look good in that jumper.
I like that jumper still. Obviously, I ain't posted it, but maybe it'll be one random post one time. But
bro, if you want to, bro, Phil, send us a payment. We'll post it, bro.
Hey man, I'm screwed. But yeah, man, what you saying though? How's your week been, bro?
I'm good, bro. It's been an okay week. Not no shit, no good. It's just been calm, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just been working, just spending time with the family. Yeah, I've been alright, man. The weather's been good this week, so I've been enjoying the weather. When it's sunny, I'm happy.
Yeah. So
yeah, regardless, I'm cool, man. What about you?
To be honest, my week's been good. It's been alright. Same as always. My team, we went out yesterday. They've done like a pre-baby lunch for me.
Is it?
Yeah, my manager and the team took us. Like, she took us to Happenstance. So you know that place Happenstance somewhere in Banks. No,
Happenstance.
Somewhere in St. Paul.
Happenstance. Is it a German brand?
I don't know. Just good food.
But sounds German, bro.
What's it called? We've been there a couple of times, but
what kind of food?
Just the normal. Like I had started scampi, made like a
Stampede.
Scampy. Bro, your palate is moving very...
I got that. That's
bro.
one thing that...
All you know is that on waffle.
That's one thing that I'm trying to explore. I was talking to one of my friends at work, yeah, and then the person was like, like you need to start eating more like food, innit? Because she was like, when you go to restaurants, like, what do you eat? I'm like, I don't see beef, chicken, or prawn, or shrimp, even calamari. I'm not eating that else.
Expand your...
Because there was a time where I went...
Fresh you. These are the type of niggas that just want to go Enish, bro. You know
I got that. If you want me to be happy, take me Enish.
No, and even then,
take me Enish.
Someone that has Nigerian wife and mother, you know.
Take me Enish. That's what I want.
And bro,
I don't want to go and be eating all these lobster and all these things.
Whatever, man.
That's sushi. Kini sushi.
You wonder, the thing is here, you wonder why Ken is how he is, bro.
Bro,
this guy was going to college, after college, going squires every single day.
Take me Enish. I'm happy. But cool. No, because why I'm like this is because when I do try something else, bro, I end up with rubbish. Like me and Noah went Hackathon not too long ago. And then I tried to explore and what I got was dead. Like,
no, I heard that.
It was like a prawn satin. I even was doing the, you know what, let me just get a prawn. I got a prawn satin. It came out with something like yellow sauce, bro.
Hey, man.
I was like, take this back. They're like, you ready to order it? You can't take it back. I was like, oh.
Expand your palate,
I'm trying to, but bro, people need to tell me what to try, man.
No, I hear it.
Okay, so what do you eat when you go out? Bro, you get that to me. What's scampi, bro? Tell us. What's scampi, bro? I think
it's just that fish that's like fried and coated. It's like calamari.
That's not. You're just eating fish. That's what it's
bro. So what did you? Because you ate prawn, is it not?
No, but it was a prawn.
Get out of it, man.
It wasn't just a prawn, bro.
Bro, look, don't worry about my plate, bro. Nigga just wants to go Enish all the time, bro. You can't respect that time.
Bro, I'm supporting black businesses.
Whatever, man.
I'm supporting my black restaurants.
So yeah, so we did happenstance. Obviously, they got us an Amazon gift card as well. Yeah, bro, nice of them. Last year when I got married, it was John Lewis.
What, the whole team?
The whole team, yeah. The whole team.
That might be a big gift card.
I hope so. I'm not joking, but like, yeah, no, shout out them, man.
Like, you might have to grab me something on Amazon. I need some aircon, man.
Proper, bro. And you know what? That was even a question. Because of how hot it was last year, I'm thinking to buy an aircon.
You have to, bro.
Especially with a newborn.
Yeah, you have to regulate your air, bro.
Bro, you know it's like $2.
We're using your gift card, bro.
Yeah, I know it too. But you've been done the mad thing, bro. But yeah, other than that, just that, man. Just waiting, chilling. But yeah, man, it's all calm still. It's all good still.
That's good, man. No, that's nice of them, bro.
You got anything for what arrives this
I can't lie. I was gonna ask you. You go first. What did your wife do this week? You know, it doesn't have to be bad. It can be good.
It can be good still.
But while you're thinking, I've got one still.
Alright, go on.
So on Wednesday.
Wait, is it a funny one?
I don't really think it's funny. She just annoyed me, but I didn't know if I was moving mad.
Okay, good.
But I felt like how I felt was valid. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so her mum lives not too far from where I work, innit? Like a 20-minute walk, 5-10 minute drive. So long day, because obviously she wasn't at work that day, so she went to see her mum, innit?
Yeah.
So I was like, cool. When it gets to 4 or 5, come pick me up, yeah. She's like, calm. I was tired. Normally we'll go back to my mum's house and chill, like spend some time with them, and then we'll go home in the evening. But this day I was like, I'm tired. Like, I don't really want to walk. Like, come and pick me up so we can go home, innit? Like, I just want to go home. Not them ones after work, you're not really trying to talk.
Yeah.
You just want to go home, innit? It's been a long day. Cool. I'm like, babe, come pick me up. She's like, you don't listen to my parents. I was like, nah, not today, man. I just want to come home. Like, she's like, cool. Get to the time. Apparently the road's blocked. I can't walk. I was like, bro. I can't lie. Find a diversion, bro. No, we're in London. There's many roads. Find a diversion, bro. And then I was like, I can't lie. Cool. Get to where it's closest for you to stop, and then I'll come meet you there. So let's meet halfway. Or get to where the road is blocked, and I'll come there instead of walking all the way to your mum's house.
Yeah.
she was like, nah, there's bad traffic. Like, I don't want to. I'm like, cool. You know what? I'm not gonna go back and forth. I just walked in.
Yeah.
Imagine on my way there to her mum's there, I'm seeing no traffic.
No traffic.
No, clear road. You know? Obviously there was a blockage.
Yeah.
But she could have driven and just waited for me something.
Yeah.
So she made me all the way to her mum's house. Then when I got there, I was like, not gonna lie, babe, like there was bare traffic. There was bare places you could have waited.
Yeah.
Did you even see the maps before you left the house to see if there was even traffic?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, my dad said there was traffic. Like, I was like, bro, he probably was outside at like 1, 2 p.m. It's like 4, 5, bro. Like, and I was like, nah, I can't lie, bro. Women, yeah, we go out of our way for them, innit? Yeah. Not saying she doesn't go out of her way for them, but we would do the most for them. Like, if it was her, or even anyone, I would have found a diversion, bro. Yeah. Like, I would have found a way to get to your office. Even before that, she was like, I want croissants from Greg's, innit? I was like, I can't lie. I'm tired now. I'm like, bro, I told you I'm tired. Why do you want me to go to, like, I have to walk back on myself to go to Greg's to get you food and then come back. And deeply, I still went to go and get the croissant.
Oh, you did? That's nice. A good husband.
And I was just like, bro, I went out of my way for you. Go out of your way for me, bro. Obviously, she goes out of her way for me. Yeah. Like, all the time. But in this moment. And that's a jarring thing that she does, or women do. Yeah. It's like, oh, I do everything for you, blah, blah, which you do. I'm not saying you don't. But today, this is how I felt, bro. Yeah. And I thought that was valid. Yeah. But she apologized. Okay. She was like, you know what, I had it. I was moving mad. I was like, thank you. Accountability. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. Be accountable. And then, man, I was like, you know what? I've already forgiven you. Before you even done it, I've forgiven you already. Okay. No, that's calm. But that's what she did this week. What did you do this week, bro?
What did my wife do this week? No, it's been calm still.
Hey, that's good. That's a good week.
Yeah, no, it's been a calm week still.
I can't lie. You shouldn't really have anything to say until Manny comes back.
Yeah, no, it's
true. You need to give her grace.
No, but they moved somehow though. They're going to bills and that.
Oh, yeah, they did. But in fact, I've left them. I've left them, but they did though.
No, but how could they? Look, okay, for the listeners, obviously. So Abs and Nurse, they was like, okay, before baby comes, let's go and chill. Let's go out. Let's do something like go have lunch or something. And we were like, well, they didn't even include us in the whether we want to go for lunch or anything.
They didn't even ask me, do you have spare cash this week to go? They didn't ask
anything like that. But then so they said, oh, okay, well, let's ask the guys if they if they want to tag along or whatever. So obviously they asked us if we want to come. We said, yeah, okay, cool. Maybe, we might have thought that maybe they're treating us. I don't know. Because they made the plans, right?
Bro, from time they made the plans.
You thought they would be, you put the bill. But obviously then it came to our attention during this, maybe even just before the meal, that it doesn't seem like we're getting paid for. Mm-hmm. So, of course, now it's the men that have to take care of it. So, it's a bit cheeky still. I don't know.
They're worse, man. They can get away with it like that, man. They can get away with it still.
You plan something. You know what? It must be nice to plan something and know you don't have to pay.
Facts.
It must be nice.
Facts.
But
being a woman, eh?
Hey, man. Other than that, man.
That's a good week for you, then.
Nah, it's been a calm week. Well, I think the madness of the week for me is, learning that circumcision is £325, bro.
Peak, man. You know, I was like 350. I went back to check. It was 350.
It's 350.
Yeah, but I think the distance.
Oh, and most of them are based in North London.
Yeah, he's from North. But I can't like 30 guy, man.
Because we got a couple quotes. I think one was 285. Someone said 170, but
170. Yeah.
I don't know what.
That's the way your son's really will be there. Will come to me, bro. He said, it was a mistake. 180. No. I think with things like this,
you just gotta pay
for the quality. Yeah,
so obviously, I saw the 280, and I was like, I'd rather just pay the £40 extra to go to someone that my boy's been to.
Man. Because it was even my cousin because obviously my cousin's son is like turning 40. So when he was born, she recommended she used him in it. Yeah. And then when Zeph was born, I was like, oh yeah, who did you use? Mm-hmm. And then that's how I know the guy. I can't lie. He's even mad with circumcision though, because when I found out he was obviously the earlier episodes when I was like, I cried and I found out it was a boy, and I was very happy. I was like my first son. Then it hit me. I just said, "Hey,
you know circumcision." I had that realization a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. I said, "Oh my God, circumcision!" I said, "Hey." So 325. So obviously, I wanted to do a newborn baby shoot, innit? Mm-hmm. I remember I was telling you, so it's like what 140, which is a calm price. But obviously, you've got to go there, which is 10.
We have camera,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
With a backdrop,
and then after, like, so I was like, oh, so and then she told me it's 325 for the circumcision. So I was like, so you want me to do circumcision and newborn baby shoot? I said I should pay for both. I said it's either you do the shoot and your baby's uncircumcised, or you forget about it. Big one. Big one. Because, bro, my pocket, bro,
it's peak.
325 to snip.
It's peak.
And obviously, it's a very big thing, an important thing, and so you can't cut corners.
I can't lie, man.
You can't cut corners, bro.
Is it biblical or tradition? Which one? Circumcision. Isn't the Bible that everyone must be? It must be. It must be. Because the way my mum and dad will go on about it, like say,
nigga, go check your Bible.
Yeah, let me check.
So that's kind of the big things this week, man. But other than that, everything's been calm, been good still. Just here, waiting, bro. But soon come anyway. And by the time this episode comes out, he's hearing it. So just know we're doing well, we're thriving, everything's comfy in the Allegora household, man. But yeah, man, what are you saying, though?
I'm
are you still checking
check this?
Oh, you got Google, bro.
No, I'm on Google, bro.
Exactly, Google, bro. So it must be quick to search.
No, I'm trying to.
And the way look how good. You can tell why this guy needs glasses, bro. Why is the front that close to your face, bro?
No, I can't find the rap. I'm seeing circumcised, therefore the foreskin of your heart. That's not what I'm looking for. Did you know what I mean?
Forget about it.
Okay.
Alright, go on.
Leviticus 12:3, and on the 8th day the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised.
Okay. Hey,
so
man,
it is biblical.
For me, that's happening from day 2, bro. And even all the crying and all of that after, bro, it's gonna be interesting still.
It will be alright. Like my kid, he just slept off the pain. So like, I think the only peak bit is just the healing process.
Yeah,
it's peak, man, because you have to like proper take care of it. Like,
yeah,
it's mad still. It's mad.
Yeah,
man. After a week, he's healed, bro. So it's calm.
Oh, your child's fine. Everyone knows your child's fine, so I'll be fine. So it's calm. But yeah, man. So yeah, man. Here we are. Another episode of Don't Tell Your Wife Podcast. What are we speaking about today? I
wanted to get your thoughts on dealing with conflict in your home, bro.
Hey, man.
Conflicts. I wanted to, because obviously in year 1 of marriage, because we've just finished that year 1 mark, a lot of people do say, I do see some conflicting things where people say, the first year of marriage is the hardest and the first year of marriage is the best.
Yeah.
So in terms of it being the hardest, I'm assuming it's things like arguments, back and forth, becoming one, etc. So I want to ask you, and this is a transparent conversation, so we have to be kind of transparent here.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, what sort of conflicts do you have, or did you have in your first year? Because you're not in your first year anymore, you're into your second year, essentially. So what conflicts did you have in your first year, and how did you overcome them, and how are you still overcoming those conflicts? So what tools can you give me to deal with conflict in my home?
First question. So, what type of conflicts did we have? I think the main conflict that we had was probably like, it's just about us like getting into each other's space and everything, and not having enough space sometimes. But that was one thing that probably caused a bit of annoyance or conflict for me. Just because, I do want to be next to you, I do want to chill with you, but sometimes I need my own space, and you need to kind of understand that, innit? And I think obviously women do need their own space, but women love to just be in their man's space, innit? So, but then for us guys, we want to have our own time to chill, to de-stress, and all of that. So Yeah, I think it's just so like me. I like to go into my office room, play PlayStation, and chill in it. You know, chat with my friends and that. And obviously, to her, it's just like I might always be there. But that's how I de-stress. That's how I like, bro. You know when you're talking with your man them and you're laughing bears, you don't get another laugh like that because, bro, it's just funny, innit?
Bro, I saw. I don't know if it was a tweet or something, but it was like, men, we laugh the most around the man them.
Yeah, bro. But it's just because we're just
the happiest with it. But are you actually? Let's strip away the man thing.
Yeah.
Like, do you have more fun with the man? Like, with us, man, do you have more fun than you do with your wife?
No, but it's just because we're doing different stuff that I wouldn't do with my wife.
Yeah, I feel like when you're with the man, then you could be a kid.
You could be a kid, bro.
Like,
with your wife, you still...
Yeah.
And I think it's two different things. I think you can be not happiest, but you can be more excited or, you know, like more fun when you're with your man then. But I think with your wife, you can... That's like your safe place, you know what I mean? So you feel a lot more safer, you feel a lot more cooler, calmer, collected, because that's your partner, innit?
Yeah.
So I think that's the difference, but...
I think they're a bit jealous, though.
Where
they see the times that we have with the man then.
Yeah, no,
see that when we're all together.
Yeah.
From the first minute we link up to we're saying bye. Vibes.
Yeah, pure vibes.
We're laughing, we're joking, we're banning with each other. Vibes.
Yeah.
It's unmatched, bro.
Yeah, bro, it's unmatched, bro. I had belly laughs, bro. Like, I'm gonna say something. Like, I've had belly laughs, bro. And it's funny.
Do you think your wife's ever giving you belly laughs?
I don't think so, bro. I think there's only a handful of, like, as I always said, I don't think women are funny. I think there's a couple of women that are funny, as in like just funny.
Yeah.
But I don't think all women are funny. And
I've been disagreeing this, and they might disagree with you.
No, they might disagree. And if you do disagree, message, bro. Like, but honestly speaking,
get out of me.
But honestly speaking, I just think women they are fun. No, they're fun, but they're not funny.
They're funny in their own
way, but not belly laugh funny though.
Yeah.
But some women are belly laugh funny. Not all of them though.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys.
I think Nelsa's funny.
Belly laugh funny.
No, the times where she's made me. Has she made me belly laugh? She said some funny. She said some funny shit. Like, she's funny.
Yeah, Abs is fun. She's funny. Like,
funny.
She got a couple jokes, and you know she is kind of funny, but not belly laughs, bro.
Yeah, not the way the man they make me laugh.
And that's fine.
But it's
and
okay.
Some, you know, women they'll say, "No, you're twerking for your man." They've laughed. But honestly, it just is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Like, 5 minutes. I'm sorry. But what was I saying? So it was about space, etc.
Yeah.
What other thing could we have argued about? Really, I think that was the biggest thing, you know, just about learning each other's space. And
so
I think the way we got
wanted to. So for me to understand, you wanted to have your own space, or you wanted to have moments to yourself.
Yeah.
And she was like, can't lie, what you do, like, come and chill with me, like, spend time with your wife kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, and you're like, leave me, man, like, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, like that.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think you were right to have that time?
Yeah.
And how much time were you having by yourself?
No, I think I'm right. Everyone's entitled to have their own space.
Mm-hmm.
I think, in terms of, what was the other question?
How did you overcome that?
Bro, it just takes a conversation, man. I think as well, and I think a lot of couples, especially guys, they have this one in their first year of marriage, and it's just about how many times you're gonna, you know, anky panky. Yeah. I think every married couple has the same thing, because at the start for guys, like, however many times a week you're ready to go, but you know. I don't know if I'm general. Maybe it's a little bit of a generalization, but women aren't really like, you know. We might say 3-4 times a week. Women might say, okay, twice and I'm cool.
No, man, no, because and in fact, let me not say it.
No, speak, bro, speak.
I don't want to open that yash on the bag. No, but we were, you know. Bears.
And you know what's
so? Yeah, go on.
You know what's? Because I was so confused. Even me, I was thinking this. I said, And obviously everyone knows from one of the previous episodes, but before marriage, we were naked.
All the time, everywhere. In the house, in the car, everything. Bro, that's why when you marry and you live together, you are not the woman that are married in the sense that you're not opening up the way I had it.
Hey, man.
It's not the same, man.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
It's not the same, bro. But obviously, different factors.
Yeah, so
she was pregnant when we got married. Like, it's different, bro.
Yeah, so before at the start, obviously I'd say 3-4 times, she'd be like, but she's not in the mood, innit? And I was like,
no, but what does that even mean, though?
No, but
you know in the Bible, yeah.
Don't do this.
In the Bible, it says women.
Don't do it.
I'm not doing it. It says women satisfy your husbands with your breast. Yeah, it says in the Bible.
Okay.
I can't remember specifically the facts.
No, this nigga was gonna find everything. But you know what though? So yeah, I think that was obviously something, and I think a lot of marriages go through that anyway. And it's just funny because before it was before we was.
I found it.
Oh my god!
Okay,
alright, go on.
So Proverbs 5:18 says, "I rejoice with the wife of your youth while she's young, and everything is standing well. Everything is standing well.
Uh-huh.
So enjoy it." Then it says, "Let her breast satisfy you at all times." Yeah, at all times, bro.
Yeah.
So when I want to suck, when I want to grab, you should never say no.
Are you not okay?
Nah, I'm playing.
But I say, I think that's something that I don't know why it changes anyway. Basically, before marriage, maybe sometimes I feel like was it because it was seen, it was bad that we used to like it. And then it's not seen that. You know what I mean? And I'm still figuring that out, but as I said, like obviously it happens in a lot of people's marriage where they have that kind of thing. But I think it's just about learning each other's expectations. And I think a lot of this stuff about conflict, I can't remember every single conflict we've been through, but I remember obviously a lot of them has just been dealt with and squashed with just us speaking about it and being opening up about it. One thing that's, I think Jide even said when we had his episode, where don't let the sun go down with you angry at each other. Yeah. And that's one thing I've always stuck by throughout our whole relationship where, if we're arguing before we sleep, we can at least be cool. We don't need to squash it then and there, but we can at least be cool to the fact that, we sleep and then it's not hostile. You know what I mean? And then we can deal with it the next day.
I still cuddle.
Yeah, you can still cuddle, but I can still be mad at you. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, as long as, all I know is we've had arguments or whatever and conflict, but we've come through the other side. Yeah, and it's not, you know what I mean? It's not nothing. Obviously, we ain't been in a mad situation. Yeah,
but I think you don't, bro.
Yeah, yeah, God willing.
I think you don't, man. But in terms of me, to add, I think what me and my wife, what caused us to have conflict, I think it was each other dealing with our personal stress. I think I was dealing with being a husband and a dad at the same time and the pressures that I face. So
it's very pressure.
So I would act out based on what I'm going through. And it's something that I learned not to do. Yeah. For example, like I would shut off. I would just want to chill by myself. Yeah. I was a lot more snappier. And I realised when I'm the most snappier is when those direct debits hit, man.
Bro, I understand
when those direct debits be hitting,
bro, I understand it.
Bro, and it's like you ask me to do something. Now leave me, man, bro. Leave me, Joe.
There's one thing, because when I'm seeing sometimes because of the interest rates and like rent is slightly starting to creep up. Bro, I was asking me about something. I was just thinking, nigga, leave me alone, man. Bro, and even like this circumcision and all this newborn stuff. Like, bro, honestly speaking, like, bro, I want to give you I want to, honestly, I want to give you and Mally everything in the world you want.
Yeah, facts.
Everything. There's nothing I don't want you guys to lack. Mm-hmm. But when I'm seeing all this stuff creep up and everything stuff, nigga, I'm thinking like, bro, like, how am I going to make this bread, bro? So you come to me and just asking me and talking about something silly. I said, nigga, I said, leave.
Shut up! You know that meme of Jose Mourinho when he's got the head on? Get up, man! Just go! No, honestly.
Bro, it's
charming. And that's what caused us to have conflicts because, and that's another thing about, obviously we spoke about in our previous episodes about being transparent and like telling your wife or opening up to her what you're dealing with, because when I'm dealing with like pressure of like work and money and just being a husband and everything, and I'm internalizing it and it's getting to me, and she could just be talking to me, but I'm looking at like there's times where she's talking to me, I'm looking at expenditure for the month, and I'm just thinking fuck, like, and then I'll snap when she asks me to do something for her. She's like, "Oh, can you put this to bed?" I'm like, leave me, yeah. But I'm just like shit, like looking back. And obviously she'll be like, why are you talking to me like that? And I'm like, nah. And that's what will cause the conflict. Yeah. And on her side, it was like, obviously pregnancy and hormones and like just her not feeling herself 100% of the time. Mm-hmm. And obviously me not understanding what it is. Like, I didn't understand that. We explained it in the previous episodes, but I didn't understand that hormones can make the woman change. She can act out and it's not necessarily her, it's the hormones. I didn't understand that. I thought it was her. Like, even like periods, like even the last week, she's been mad emotional. Yeah. Bare emotional. As in, like, I'm even looking at her like, bro, what, like, are you okay? Like, yeah. And it's like, oh, it's the time of the month. And I'm like, cool. So even living with your wife, and because when we were in our mum's house, I went with you like that when it was the time of the month. So we always spoke on like text or like, if I call you, like, and to live through it is like, wow, you have to understand that. So those are what caused us conflict, just each of us dealing with our own internal issues and then kind of taking it out on each other, so to say. So I think how we dealt with that was, one thing about me and her is we're very transparent, like, not transparent, we're very open to discuss things. Like, if I'm upset, if she's upset, and we have like a little back and forth, we'll sit down like 20 minutes later. Normally, I'm someone that will just like, if we have a fallout, like, I'm ready to squash it there and then. Yeah. Obviously, she's not like that. So I had to understand to deal with that as well, and let her have her breathing space. But yeah, we would normally just sit down and talk about it and like just squash it. Like, our arguments never really last that long. I think, let's say if you argue now, by 10 o'clock we'll be cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it doesn't take long. And I think that's what I realised. And even when, as men, I think we've got a lot of pride and a lot of ego. And one thing that I learned in my marriage per se, one thing that I will forever take is that ego and pride doesn't stand here. Like, you can't be prideful in your marriage. Like, you kind of just have to be the one that apologizes. Like, I even saw a thing where it was like, why must I say sorry first? And it's like, I can't lie. Like, if you want for me, in my opinion, if you want your marriage to last, you kind of need to be the one. Like, you kind of need to be the one to squash it at all times. Like, whether you feel good about something or whether you've done something, you kind of just have to say, babe, you know what? Like, this isn't worth not speaking about. Not speaking to you for. Like, this isn't worth the disagreement. This isn't worth the back and forth. It's not worth it. Like, so, and that's one thing that I found that works. If she does it too, I do it. But I'm like, bro, I'm not afraid to say sorry first. I'm not afraid to like swallow my pride and sort it out with her.
I think more time I normally say sorry first, just because, like, I don't know. I think one thing is, for me, regardless of what religion you are, but for me, obviously, I'm Christian, innit? So I think you have to very much, to do this marriage thing, obviously, people could have their own opinion, so I'm just saying that. But to do this whole marriage thing, bro, it's higher than us, bro. Like, there's no way you can get through life without thinking there's God there, innit? And for me, it's like, when I feel like I've done something wrong, I feel like my spirit is my spirit's grieving, or I feel a type of way. And when we're having an argument, I'm constantly always just deep in, like, even like if we're in bed and we're not talking as much, I'm always feeling like God's telling me like, forgive, or He's saying like, just talk to her, just bless it, innit? And I feel like when you start feeling like that, I think that's when you can, and you just open your heart more to being more, showing your emotions more, or just even like speaking about what's going on more. Because at the end of the day, like having a household that's not talking, it's just putting a damper on things, innit? And the atmosphere's crap, man. So, and the thing is, I didn't get into marriage to be in a house where I'm just frowning or being by myself because of an argument. And even then, sometimes when you think about it, in a marriage of 30, 40 years, in a marriage of 30, 40 years, bro, half these arguments that you have, bro, even probably maybe 95% of the arguments you have, it's, bro, you're not even going to think about it in 5 years, even in 1 year, bro. Half the stuff that we argued about in our first year of marriage, bro, I don't even remember it. I remembered 2. And that's just basic stuff. Yeah. That's nothing mad. We never had a mad argument, so I think it's calm, but half these stuff you're not even going to probably remember, man. Yeah. So it's just the thing about I'd just say it's about being sensitive to the Holy Spirit. It's about being sensitive to yourself as well, and just thinking, bro, we've got a whole lot of life to deal with, bro. Yeah. Life's gonna throw bare, obviously, God, hopefully not, but life is life, bro. Yeah. Life can throw a lot of shit towards you. Yeah. Are we gonna let whatever he's thrown at us just now? Yeah. Complicate stuff when it's minor. Yeah. And remember when I was telling you as well, the problem is not in between both of you, the problem is in front of both of you. So work together to solve the problem in front of you. Yeah. Yes, it's easy to say now because we haven't gone through anything mad, and God willing we don't. Maybe maybe if something ever happens, then maybe it'll be a different situation. But
I wanted to ask you said something important about being sensitive to the Holy Spirit. How did you get there, and how have you involved, because you said you're a Christian man, your wife's a Christian as well, so how do you involve God in your marriage, and what advice would you give someone that's newly married or someone that's about to get married? What advice would you give them to involving God in their marriage, in your marriage or their marriage?
Just, I think personally yourself, you've got to work through it. I think you got to start with yourself first. If you're not good, if you're not on point, then how do you expect to be on point with someone else? You're probably going to drag the other person down, maybe.
In terms of their walk.
In terms of their walk. But honestly speaking, me, I'm not probably the best. I'm trying. I'm not there yet. Or I don't think I'm anywhere near there. But I think in terms of involving God to your marriage, just make sure that you're trying, innit? As long as you're trying, then you can push your partner. And I think out of me and her, I think she's the one that probably even pushes me more. To be honest, and that's not good. It's not, and I don't know why.
Women are very much in love with Christ, and it's something that I see in our generation. Even in church, 70% is women and men. I feel like men need to, not even men. I just pray that God touches the hearts of men in our generation, but men need to find God, man. Because it's beautiful, bro. If you're a guy and you haven't found Christ yet, bro, just explore. Explore it, man. Your life will change, honestly. Because even with my wife has been of recent more on her walk.
And I feel like with that, us guys, we kind of got to make sure we're ahead of them because we're supposed to be leading the household, right?
We're the pastors.
You know what I mean? So that's how. So that even seeing her on it, it has to be pushing me to get better, innit? Yeah. So stuff I think if you're getting into marriage, I think just stuff praying together. Pray for your marriage before you get into marriage. Pray for your marriage. If you're having actual weddings, pray for your weddings. Pray for your child. Pray for your future children. Pray for how you want your future to look. That's what we were doing. Since we've been in marriage, we pray together before we sleep.
Is it? That's good, man.
Yeah, not all the time though. I slack sometimes. Honestly, I slack.
Why? How are you slacking, bro? What's your excuse?
Bro, cause I'm full of sleep, innit? I'm full of sleep, bro. And then sometimes I'm thinking, and I think sometimes as well, this is unfamiliar territory. I've never had to pastor a home before, bro. So I still find it kind of awkward.
And that's one thing
it's very awkward for me.
We should understand that we haven't done this before. Let's not be too hard on ourselves. Man. Because even I had a meeting with my pastor, God bless her, love her to bits. she was just like, it can just be like, you can start 5 minutes, like 10 minutes, like just start small. Like don't have this expectation that you're now going to be doing 30-minute, 1 hour prayer with your wife, worshipping. Like start small. So that's one thing that we're trying to take on board. But sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, damn it, you just talked about that. I actually forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, man, it's like just stuff like that. Like obviously, you know, we still need to get into the whole worshipping together, all that kind of stuff. But I think it kind of starts. Maybe play worship in the car and you're both singing along to it. Like, I've done that a couple times sometimes. But like, I don't know, it's kind of hard because I've never done this before. So I'm still learning, innit? Yeah. So I think as long as a guy or whatever, you're willing to take those first steps to try it, I think you're doing all right, innit? We're never going to be the best, but we can always strive to do more. So I'd say just take those first steps and I think it's calm. Yeah.
I think with me, so when before we got together and before we got married, we both was very like, we took our relationship with God quite seriously. Like, we even got baptized around the same time. Like that's how. So we were both, you get me, on track with obviously our walk with God, and I had that intimacy with God on my own. Like it was just me and God, and now she's in the picture. It's a bit awkward involving you into that intimacy with God. But obviously it's something that I need to unlearn and I need to involve her in because we're together now. Like we've become one. But I had to learn how to do that. And there was even a time where just after we got married and we stopped going to church, obviously because our church was no more. We stopped going to church. So I didn't go to church for like, since my son was born till he was about like 6-7 months. I didn't go to church. So you can imagine 7 months without going to church. I'm backsliding, do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm falling back into the world, and it's like someone that's promised to God. Like even when we got baptized, and I was saying to Akin, like we always say never going back. Like we will never go back into the world ever. And I just felt that I was going back into the world, and I wasn't the man that I thought I would be. I wasn't the husband that I thought I would be, and it was worrying me a bit, and it was upsetting me a bit. And because especially being married, I thought, like I'm going to be the woman that my wife has always. I'm the man that my wife has always desired. I'm going to be a man of God, the pastor of my home, like praying for our family. You get me? Like just being that man that I dreamt of being as a Christian man. And obviously, it wasn't like that. And God wasn't involved really. And I just remember me and her were going through a lot of bickers back and forth. And I was just like, nah, like we haven't made God the center of our marriage. And it showed. And there was one day where we had like a little back and forth, and I was like, you know what, I'm this Sunday I'm going to church. And how I even joined my church was I went to cut my hair, and I saw the pastor of my church and a couple other people evangelizing, and I went to them. Like I was like, I can't lie, like give me the leaflet. Like I'm just new to this area. I'm trying to go to church. Like, do you get me? Like, and it was like, oh my God, like God bless you. Like, come to this church. And I was like, and this was a Saturday. And I was like, cool. Tomorrow I'm coming. Like, I'm coming tomorrow. And then I got home and I said, no, so listen, I know me and you we're not on the best of terms, but tomorrow, dress up, we're going to church. And then we went to church now, and it was like, deep it, I haven't been home. Like, church is home. Like, kingdom, like, the presence of God is home to me, innit? Being amongst the saints is home, innit? So I just felt like I was at home. Like, and even one of the man in church was like, when he saw me, he was like, he could tell that I've come back home because of just the way I was and the way I was worshipping and stuff. He was like, no, I can tell, like, you've probably been away for a while. And I was like, yeah, it's mad. So yeah, and then we got home, and from then, the atmosphere in our home changed. And it's not because we've gone to church and stuff, but I feel like it's because we both just took us that sleep to involve God again in our own personal lives, and we started praying together, we started worshiping together, and our relationship changed for the better. And since then, we haven't missed, like, we've been going to church consistently. Like, God has been the foundation of our marriage, and it's the difference is crazy. From that first 6-7 months of not really focusing on our relationship with God till now is mad. The change is mad. Like, we just feel the presence of God in our relationship even when we argue, she'll go off and pray, I'll go off and pray, we come back, we talk, we pray together, and the change is just crazy. And it's just one thing that I would say to people that are married, like, bro, like, if you could do one thing, like, bro, please, like, just involve God in your marriage. Like, you will see the benefit. You will see it, man.
Yeah, and I think it's good to think that you don't get your power from yourself, you get it from God. And I think when you do have that kind of a feeling, you feel like, okay, once I pray, you feel like a weight's been lifted off you when you involve God more in these things. So I think that's always good still. So in your household, you're the first to always say sorry, yeah?
Yeah. I think I am. I think to be honest, we're both forgiven people, and that's something that I thank God for. And I get it from my mum, innit? Me and my mum could fight. My mum and my dad could fight. My mum and my brother could fight. But in 20 minutes, she's fine with me.
Yeah.
And that's I've kind of adopted that heart of forgiveness. So anytime she's offended me or every time I've offended her, like, we just forgive. Like, I forgive. And I think even with my friends as well, like, there's nothing that my friend will do to me and tomorrow I'll still have that grievance towards them. Like, I'm just like, bro, I don't have that. I don't think I have, like, you know, some people can keep malice and like.
I'm not one of those people.
I can't, bro. I can't like, bro. It's even like, let's say, bro, even back in the day when, you know, we was in the streets, I'd done a little something with someone and they done me dirty. And when I saw them, it was like, we hugged, you get me? Like, there was no like, you done me dirty. Like, and as much as, because they done me dirty with a lot, like, it was a lot, you get me? And, you know, like, man never could, you get me? Like, it could have been peak, But because of my nature, I was just like, bro, it's light, man. Don't worry about it. Like, don't worry, bro. And I'm just like, bro, like, even some of my man were like, bro, like, are you gonna let that slide? Kind of thing. But I was like, it's calm, man. And I think that's just the nature that I've got. And I thank God that I've got that nature. Because in my marriage, bro, like, she could do the madness today and tomorrow. I'm like, you know what, babe, like, you get me?
And that's the thing. I think, just about having a selfless spirit as well. Like, you, bro, as I said, bro, there's a lot of shit that life can throw at you, bro. In this life, bro. And, you know, just make sure your partner is, like I said, your partner is your safe space, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that is my safe space. That's the place where, as I'm still learning to, of course, but that's the place where I could be the most vulnerable, where I could talk about anything with that person that I've picked, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, because of that, you should always make sure that you guys are cool, like, as much as, and like, bro, just let peace reign in your home, Sha. I don't know anyone that wants to be sad in their own house, bro. This house, when I walk into this house, I've always said, and I've always prayed for this house to be a safe haven for both of us.
Okay. You know, when you get home, how long did it take you to leave your car and come into the house?
Oh, I'm coming straight away.
Yeah, see, that's how you know your home is a good. You know, I see on Twitter or something, it's like, why do you mention their car for like 20 minutes before they go home?
Yeah, no, I don't still. Honestly, I come straight in. I don't wait unless I'm talking on the phone.
And
I want to finish my conversation. Are you okay? But like, it depends. If I'm talking to a friend that I haven't spoken to in a long time, then I'd rather finish the conversation and go. But like, like, regardless, I'll just come in, bro. There's nothing, bro. I like being at home, bro. This is my safe space. I don't want to come to my house and be thinking.
Me and my wife are just
looking one way. Bro, it's pointless, man.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you though, like, based on what you said, you did mention some good important things, but what do you think? What characteristics do you think makes a good husband? So you, as Junior, have been married for a year. What do you think makes you a good husband? What traits about you? Or what do you think a good husband means? Give me one or two.
I think, I've just, in this a bunch of, like, this pod, selflessness, I've said bears. Because, you're supposed to be a servant, it's not about you, innit? Yeah. It's about it's about being a helpmate to your spouse.
Yes.
I'd also say, as the man, it's hard, it might be hard sometimes, but you gotta be confident. Because you're leading your household, you gotta be confident in the decisions you're making. Because, as said in the previous episode, like, the buck stops with you.
Yeah.
Obviously, yes, and also as well, just take bro, you can still be the man of the house and take direction from your wife, bro. You can still be the man of the house and submit to your wife, bro. You don't need to. It's not a thing where just because, you know, you're submitting to your wife, you're a waste man. You're not, bro. You need two of you. Like, bro, as I said, how many times am I going to say, life is freaking tough.
Yeah,
the fact that there's two of you even makes it better.
Yeah,
because
honestly,
there's two of you against life, bro. You got to help me. But some people think because I'm submitting to my wife, people might think I'm a waste man. No, you're not a waste man, bro. This life is freaking tough.
It is, man.
It's tough. You know what I mean? So I'd say, okay, yeah, be submissive to your partner. Be selfless and be confident.
Yeah.
And also just make sure that your spouse's your wife's safe space. Like she's got to feel comfortable around you. And once your wife feels comfortable about you, comfortable around you, actually, you know, these things. So if she feels confident in you, you're selfless, so she feels like, okay, yeah, he does everything for the best of you. You submit to your wife and you love her.
I need to use a toilet, man.
Oh, brother.
2 seconds.
Alright, cool. So as I was saying, one, if you feel like if your wife's confident in you, if you're selfless with your wife and she feels that you always keep her best interest, you always help her out when you need to, and you're always there for her. If you submit to her, love her, and respect her at the end of the day. And what was the last thing I said? I forgot the last thing I said, but if you do all of those things, there'll be no problem because you're doing everything you need to do. And once you do everything you need to do, then your wife will easily submit. She'll easily think, okay, he knows what's best for us. He knows what this family needs. And I feel like when you have those kind of things, your wife gives you more confidence as well. Because when she actually submits to you, it gives you the feeling like, okay, so she actually thinks I can do this, which is fine. So I think, once you have those things, man, and I think even if you don't have those things, be actively trying to work on it. Because if your wife sees that you're working on trying to build up some of those things to help her and help your marriage get better, then of course she'll kindly help you, give you the rest of the tools you need. And I think once you have those tools, then I think, as a husband, you're doing your bit. Sometimes you might fall, sometimes you might slip, sometimes you might mess up and not get it right. But bro, it's life, man. Everyone's not gonna get everything right 100% of the time, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, you said a very, very good point on submission. I wanted to get from your perspective, what does submission look like to you? And in terms of obviously being the man of the home, how would you want your wife to submit to you?
So I think people get submission a bit twisted. I think some people, I think nowadays, the way men and women are conflicting about submission is that women are expected. I think maybe some women I think that men are talking about, and some men say that, like what we talked about the other week, bring me water or stuff like that, or white man, BS like that. And not BS, but it's that's not submission, bro. To me, submission is me and you are, you see. I'm trying to think what a good example. Submission is just that you respect me. I think if you respect me and you value my opinion, then that's to me that's submission.
Let me guide us.
Yeah, let me guide.
I think what you said about respect. I think submission is trust. Like you trust me.
Yeah.
You trust me to lead.
So exactly that. So it's like say so. We're in the car now. Abs has a map. I'm driving.
Yeah.
The map might say this, but I might go a different way because I'm like, okay, I know a shortcut.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, if you know a shortcut, that's fine.
Yeah.
Cancel the map.
Yeah.
Because you trust that I'm leading you in the right way.
Yeah.
Or and even another thing as well, like when I'm driving, Abs doesn't pay attention to the road.
Yeah.
I'm thinking half the time, but sometimes when I look at him, I'm like, do you even know where we're going? I might have driven past the house sometimes and I'm say, okay, I'm going to go get petrol.
Yeah.
I don't tell her I'm going to go get petrol, I'm just going to go. Then she was like, oh, wait, why are we here? I said, so you're not even watching the road.
Yeah.
She said, why would I watch the road when I trust you?
Yeah.
Or when I trust you? Bro, that's submission. It's just trusting me. Just trust me. And I think that's how it looks like in my home. My home is like, I just trust that I'm always going to make the right decision for us. If I say, even like wedding planning stuff, like if I say, okay, we can't do this, but we can do this, or I don't think this is a good idea, she'll be like, okay, that's fine. Within reason, though, because there's some things, you know, or even like you, when you just wanted to get the car. Did Noza not trust you to make that decision?
Yeah, it's true.
There's a lot of decisions that Abs trust me to make. There's a lot of decisions I trust Abs to make, and that's us submitting to each other.
Yeah.
If one thing about like wedding planning, she submitted electronics, DJ, videographer, photographer, because she don't know about that. Same way I submitted to her decor. I let her handle it because I trust that she's gonna do it, and that's submission to me. It's just about trusting each other and thinking, okay, you guys know how each other work. Yeah. But yeah, what about you? How do you?
I think I struggled, to be transparent, I struggled with submission when we first got married. I was kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I was demanding it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where I went wrong, and that's where
you can't demand
a lot of men go wrong. We think automatically, because I'm your husband and I'm the man of the house, I demand that submission. And I was kind of dragging it, and because with my wife, she's such an intelligent woman. She's a teacher. She's just very she knows what she's talking about. She has a voice. And when we got married, I was like, who are you talking to like that? Or when I'm talking, not even when I'm talking, but it's like the way she responds and the way she says to me, I'm like, you don't have respect, kind of thing. But typical Afghan, did it? Typical Afghan. And when I started obviously praying and reading our Bible and just understanding it more, I was just like, I'm not gonna live a happy marriage doing this where I'm just trying to drag submission, because first of all, what am I doing to get that trust or submission? Like I mentioned, trust. It was me that's not going to church. I'm not praying. I'm not leading my home in the right way. How can I expect my wife to trust me to lead our family? And maybe when she comes on, she can give her point of view. But it was she probably didn't see me as someone at that time that was leading us in the way of the Lord. Yeah. So that's probably why she was probably a bit more you get me, a bit more.
Yeah, I had that. That makes sense still.
And then I was just I need to be an example first. I need to get that respect, gain that trust. And I had to work on myself. And like you said earlier, I had to understand that just because I'm the man, don't mean that I'm always right. Don't mean that my way goes. There's a lot of times where she can give an opinion and she can say things, and that's just that's just how we go. And I just had to understand that, bro. Submission doesn't necessarily always mean follow me. There's plenty other ways that you can submit to your wife, you can submit to your husband, and that's something that I had to learn the hard way in marriage.
Yeah, and that's good, bro. And at least you learned it, because the thing is, when you're and I think as well, when you're complaining about someone submitting, are you doing what you need to do in your marriage? You have to lead by example.
And that's something that I have realised, that in my home, in my marriage, I can't demand something that I'm not doing. Yeah. For example, I can't demand, let's say, you see how men, we obviously our women to treat us nice lingerie, come home and it's okay, what am I doing to get her in that place? Yeah. Am I taking her on dates? Am I spending money on her? Am I filling that tank that she needs to do that? What am I doing for her? Do you know what I'm saying? And that's something that I have to understand. You have to lead by example. Even in terms of let's say fitness, for example, me and her are both on a fitness journey. I need to lead by example, and she will join me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's something that I realized, being a man of your home, I can't demand shit that I'm not doing. It doesn't make no sense.
Bro, if I'm being honest, women shouldn't submit to useless men, bro. If you're not seeing something proper, or he's not leading you by example, then I understand why women don't submit to useless men, because that's not in my best interest, bro. You're bringing us down.
No, honestly.
You know what I mean? So if you're a guy and you're thinking, why is my partner doing this? Why are women not submitting? Why are women always moving as if they know it all, or they're moving like the whole independent women? Bro, it's because there's a lot of useless men out here doing stupidness.
You are demanding a woman to bring you water to wash your hands. Useless.
But you know what I mean? That when you're not showing the characteristics of of an able man. No woman would ever see that.
They wouldn't.
He's taking us to the promised land, because you're not, bro. You're just dragging us down. You know what I mean? And that's it, really, man. That's it, bro. I don't know, because I can't lie. A lot of people in this generation, maybe like some of the debates we're seeing, bro. It's just
what's pissing you off?
No, like some of the debates, as in, like, bro, we're focusing on niggas talking about spending someone dates, or men are talking about paying for cab, doing this. This is stupid shit that we're debating, bro.
Honestly.
Honestly speaking, people aren't dating people that like them, bro. You're not dating people that you like them, bro.
Yeah, because I can't lie. If you like a girl, you
wouldn't think about that.
You're getting her, bro. You're going to pick her up,
bro.
Or you're getting her,
bro. When you know what's funny? Even when you were saying it, when our girls didn't drive, bro. When I liked her, bro. As I said, when I was like got my car, I'll drive to Stratford, go pick up Abs, come all the way back to Chadwell, and then go and drop her off after.
Same day, bro.
Same day, bro. No sleepover. Same day.
If she has hair appointment,
the same day.
Pick her up, go and drop her to her hair appointment.
Exactly.
Go home, or even wait and then bring her home.
Bro, there's times when she's had appointments, I've just waited in the car, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what I mean? But man, them will be going, why would I even do that? Are you even giving me petrol?
She hasn't cooked for me or something.
Bro, are you giving petrol? Look at yourself. If you're doing everything you need to do and she's not reciprocating it, then leave, bro.
Yeah.
That's as simple as that, bro. We can't all keep complaining about the same shit all the time, bro. You can't be complaining about £30 taxi and that. Nigga, go and drive then. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of women's, their demands are a bit mad, you know.
No,
they are.
Bro, I like, as much as I hear women and I'm with you, majority of the time, I think
the demands are stupid.
It's crazy.
First day, what was that debate on Twitter about the guy saying, you can get bus, cab, to go.
I'll be using those as well. He says, I'll be doing the same.
And you expect someone to pay for your cab on the first date? It's a bit weird still. I can't lie.
You know what? Yeah.
No, bro.
You know what?
If I'm taking her out for dinner as well, and I'm taking bus, train, cab, you're telling me we can't just meet there?
No, but
you think that's fine to pay for someone's cab?
I think
£30 cab
with men, we've kind of lost the art of wooing a woman.
But you're still wooing them if you're going out, though.
Wait, bro. I think we've lost the art of wooing a woman. If I'm taking you out, I want you to have the best experience from the time you leave your house to the time you return home. So if I'm not picking you up back at your door in my car and I don't drive, I would rather get the bus. If I'm not driving, I'd rather get the bus to the place and send her money to get an Uber, or give her the cash to get an Uber or a taxi or something. Like, I want to make coming out with me for you a very great experience, an experience that you probably haven't had recently. So for him to say, I'll be doing the same, do this, is like, you're not really trying to woo her. Like, what are you? You're not really chasing her. Like, she's coming out to eat with you, cool, but you're not really giving her what, like, bro. Why she's leaving her house for you, bro?
Okay, but say you're taking her out, you do the flowers, all of that thing, but you don't pay for her cab there and back.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I think that's just where we are today as men in this generation. But I do think that if you're gonna take a girl on the first date, you should do the most. Because it's like, you've probably met her somewhere, you've moved to her, you think, wow, she's amazing. For you to take her on the first date, you're interested in her. Bro, you need to make sure that experience is a pleasurable one.
Yeah, no, like, I know, you know what, I heard.
And then the next day or the dates after, she'll be like, you know what, babe, don't worry, you've done it for me already. I'll pat it my own way, like, or we can link up halfway or something. Like, she won't expect that.
Yeah,
like,
I can hear that.
Bro, I think men has just lost that art of, like, and a lot of men are thinking, what's she doing for me? She's not doing this. She's not cooking. She's not doing that. But it's like, bro, like, it's not
tit for tat.
It's not I give, you give. Like, bro, if you really like her, if you really want her, bro, you don't care what she's doing. Obviously, it gets to the point where it's like, it can't all just be me.
Yeah.
But then you're just not with the right person. Like,
Yeah.
If she's feeling you, she'll reciprocate the energy.
Yeah.
But bro, when you take her out on the first date, obviously for us, we've always been driving, so
yeah.
I don't think I've had to do the cab thing. But
yeah, I'm good at driving home.
If I was, bro, I'm getting you a cab, and I can't lie. The girls that I've gone on first dates with, I've always grabbed them.
Should you be going on first dates if you don't drive them?
Why not? You can do both. Why not?
That's never a controversy.
People live in London, bro.
That's never a controversy. I don't think that's an excuse.
I do think if you're struggling to pay for the girl's cab, if you're struggling to take her out,
bro. Get
your money up,
bro.
Don't complain. Oh, she's asking me for cab. She's buying 3-4 cocktails on the first question.
Yeah.
When you go out,
she's buying 3-4 cocktails.
When you go out,
yeah.
Like, what's your limit in terms of like how much drinks you're allowed at?
I don't.
Just free. Just tap.
Yeah, God.
Right,
because I'm saying gonna drink like that anyway. This obviously before baby. Mm-hmm. She probably get 1-2 cocktails maybe. I don't know, or maybe even 1 drink. But I think as well when you're with the woman that cares for you, she won't want to run up. You want to do anything, but she don't want to run up your bill, bro. She wouldn't run up your bill. Oh,
I hope she's listening.
No, but she shouldn't want to run up your bill.
Nah,
bro.
she shouldn't still.
But she should, and she should be calm. She'll have mercy in it.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think to my point quickly, like if you're struggling, if you're complaining about paying cab and you're paying for first dates, you're buying drinks, bro. Sorry to be a dickhead or to be rude. But get your bread up.
It's not getting bread up, bro.
Like, bro, if you don't have money, you shouldn't be taking girls on dates.
Childish,
like,
bro. You
what the
can't
hell?
be doing
like,
that.
How can you take a girl on a date? She's living like she's buying drinks. She wants cab from she wants the basic. I think it's basic shit she's asking. Bro, is the basic shit she's asking for, and you're complaining, bro.
You know what though? I can't lie. I feel sorry for you guys still in the trenches because honestly speaking, bro, the game is messed up right now, man. Honestly, and the thing is, like, bro. I did creams in my overdraft, bro, with apps, bro. I don't know if she was impressed with our first date being creams, but I think she was comfy with that, bro. And we enjoyed, and we had our bits. You know what I mean?
What was that? Your first what was your first expensive date? And
expensive date? I think it was for our first year anniversary.
It took a year.
No, hey, chill, man. What the fuck? No, wait, when you say expensive, what do you mean by expensive?
Like, where you've had to be like, damn, like, is this how much I've spent today?
Because I think it's in my camera what I was going to say. But I think our first proper, when did we get to 2015, right?
But I can't lie, you were in uni, man.
Yeah, man, we were in uni, bro. My
pocket
pocket was fine, bro. Okay, I think one of our first-ish kind of dates, when I'm trying to look, I'm not sure if it's our first, like, 1 year, but there was one time when we went to Birms for anniversary or Valentine's. I think it was Valentine's Day. I think it was our first Valentine's when we went to Birms, and that wasn't even that expensive. We just got a hotel and we just ordered pizza.
Hotel.
Okay, no, that wasn't. That was for the first Valentine's. Our first anniversary, we went Birmingham. Went to a place Hollywood Inn, so maybe it's like £90 a room in it, which ain't mad, but it's not.
Nah, uni that kind of
it's expensive.
When I have accommodation,
yeah.
I'm already paying.
And then we went somewhere called San Carlo in Berlin.
San Carlo. Which one is that?
Italian. But it was. I think altogether probably maybe $2 bills, but that's probably the most expensive. But when you're a uni student, $2 bills on a night is expensive, bro. I'm screaming. But yeah, man. But bro, like, what would we do normally? Cream, simple. Bro, honestly, I was in overdraft, bro. I took a creams, bro. I'm telling you, this is where it is. It was a silly decision now, but hey,
look at you guys now.
Look at us now, but
real one, man.
You know what I mean? But you can't go that.
For the hat
bro,
man.
But you see what I mean? Like, the game's messed up, bro. Because if I'm going creams in my overdraft, bro, what are we doing in my overdraft now?
You'll be taking loan, bro.
Hey, bro.
You'll be taking loan.
Wait, let's last thing, yeah. What's been your most expensive date?
With my wife now, what's our most expensive spend? gone to a few places. I think just a date where I've probably spent the most is maybe like a Hakkasan dates or like those type of restaurants. But it's never been like a mad thing because, like you said, when you're with your wife, she doesn't run up your bill.
Right, and she should. I can't lie. You know, if you run up my bill, it's my budget, bro. And for the rest of the month, do you want us to be struggling?
No, honestly.
Do you want us to be looking at each other? Do you want us to ask you for me at the end of the month?
How often do you take your wife on dates? Like, what's the like thing that you guys have? Like, is it like a once a month, twice a month?
The way I've since been pregnant, maybe like once every 2/3 months, maybe.
Once every 3 months?
No, but like, no, not like. But when you say a date, you mean like going out to eat?
Yeah, like intentionally going on a date.
Yeah, so I'd say maybe like once every 2 months or so, because more time we've been at home. But like,
but you know, you can just do date nights. Like,
no, you can do date nights
anywhere.
But the thing is, to me, do you know what? To women, date nights they don't have to be going out. They can be being at home. But I can't just sitting at home watching the film in the evening as a date.
Take her out.
No, a date. No.
Take her out.
This guy.
Don't take shortcuts.
No, but bro, like, we can go out to eat, and we do that. Bro, even then, normally we just go out to eat. If I say, let's go Nando's,
we just go.
But they don't count that as a date, bro.
And I think they should.
They don't count that as a date.
Me and you were sitting opposite each other, we're eating food, we're talking. Is it
even if we're going out, we go and get quick food or something like that. Bro, it's not a date, but it's pretty much like a thing.
Most of counts dates as where she has to dress up.
I don't think that's dates, man. But that's where we're men and women.
Yeah, I think with us, we do once a month. I make sure that every time I get paid, I set aside money for date night, and we try and go at least once a month. We haven't been in like a month or two, you know. Oh, so
it's been things are happening, man. When I said one month, he said, let's farm off to say, damn.
Hey, don't kill me.
Check out, look at the same guy.
Don't kill me. Good convo, bro.
It's been calm. You man, just some things. All I want people to do, like, I just want us to have, like, with marriage, obviously we're just into the start of it. It's like both of our first year. We're babies in this stuff.
Yeah, babies, bro.
But bro, as long as you're seeing good marriages, it gives you the feeling of, okay, I can actually really do this. I'm seeing a lot of good examples. And I feel like more in our generation, we're seeing a lot of people getting married, which is great and amazing. But I just want people to be talking about it, and you know, there's a lot of stuff that I go through that Ken's gone through. A lot of things that Ken's already dealt with being a father and a husband that I'm going to deal with as a father and a husband. But if we both stay silent, then it's not going to help either one of us, you know what I mean? So it's just about being open, and I want more good marriages to be on conversation and on camera. And yeah, that's how we learn, man. You know what I mean? So
that's how we learn, bro.
So you see, but yeah, man.
Another episode.
Come on, man. Don't Tell My Wife podcast.
Follow, like, share, subscribe.
Ask questions in the Spotify. All of that shiz. You can rate on Apple Podcasts. By the time Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts,
5 stars,
Amazon, wherever, man. Hey, just give us a little cheeky rating. Obviously, we've done a couple episodes now.
Yeah, man. And
we're just trying to push it out there. So, you know, share our stuff, share our reels.
And if you have any comments, suggestions, if you want to question some of the things we're saying, just message us, man. Drop us a message, bro. Like, or sis, whatever.
Reals.
Drop us a message. We will definitely, like, I want to make it as engaging as possible. I want to talk to you guys. If anything, you guys can maybe even come on, man.
Yeah, reals.
Come on, let's talk, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so as said, man, another episode, Don't Tell My Wife podcast.
Come on, man.
Pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, man.
And peace out, man.
Yeah.